Outside of Boston, in Rockland, Massachusetts, 60-year-old Ellen Clements is having fun working on her favorite hobby, creating scrapbooks.
Well, actually, it's something that I enjoy because it's something I do with my daughter.
Ellen enjoys doing simple things, but there was a time when even minor efforts like these would create major problems for her. That's because Ellen has psoriasis, a condition that often results in red, scaly patches that appear on the skin. According to the National Institutes of Health, up to 7.5 million Americans have psoriasis.
Essentially, people with psoriasis have skin that, quote-unquote, turns over more rapidly than it would if they didn't have psoriasis. So the manifestations of psoriasis, the thick plaques, the red plaques, the scaly plaques, is in part because of the skin is on overdrive.
My scalp was one solid mass of thick skin.
It's extremely itchy, it is scaly, and you can imagine if you're shedding a lot of scale all day, how that affects the people around you and how it affects your own self-confidence, how it affects the clothes you're wearing.
I was having all of these almost quarter size to $half size scabs, if you will, popping out all over my body. And then, of course, flaking all over my business suits, and I was constantly brushing myself off. It's something that we suffer mostly in silence ourselves, and we do suffer.
But there is hope for patients in a variety of proven treatment therapies.
And there's one tiny little plaque that, hardly anyone sees. That'll be okay too.
Topical treatments, in particular topical corticosteroids, are the most common treatment for all forms of psoriasis.
For patients who are considered to have mild to moderate plaque psoriasis, UV light treatments may also be recommended. Moderate to severe plaque psoriasis may be treated with systemic therapies. These medications affect the body's entire system, not just the skin.
The therapies we have now are vastly better than the ones we had a decade ago. The basic question from every patient is, how long do I have to be on this drug? And I say, as long as you want, but in reality, if you stop this medicine, your condition will come back because it's merely suppressive, it's not curative.
Ellen's renewed confidence has encouraged her to help other people living with psoriasis. She is part of a patient group that goes to Washington, D.C. to raise awareness about the condition.
I've gone to Capitol Hill and met with state representatives and state senators trying to find a cure. The goal that I have when I go to Capitol Hill is to have Congress listen, to understand that this is a disease for which there's no cure. It isn't a rash. It's a disease that has severe implications in a person's life.
Newer therapies and treatments have made living with plaque psoriasis much more manageable today than in the past, and the future looks bright as well.
I'm able to get out and do things. I went on vacation last month and walked around the city that I was a tourist in and didn't feel self-conscious. It was a great feeling.